I'm Lee Spencer with the RacinBoys, and I'm here with Tim Clauson. What does it mean for your team to win this epic event that is named for your son?
It was July of 2016 that we took Zeb with a sprint car racing to crew on the car. I think he was 13 years old. We won that night at Lawrenceburg, and as Brian was leaving to run the King's Royal, he made a point to come back and tell me that he pointed at Zeb and said, that's the kid we want driving for us. And to see this all come to fruition here, you know, at this place in Brian's name, in the 39 BC that Brian, you know, made iconic in the sport, it's surreal. It's absolutely incredible. I think if you wrote this as a storyline in a movie, people wouldn't go see it because it was so unbelievable.
He's a teenager running with grown-ass men, and for him to hold off the field the way he did and to watch all the guys, I mean, even Bell running third with 3 to go into the wall, it almost like it was meant to be. Yeah,
I mean, you know, we could say that it was meant to be, but that would take credit away from Zeb Wise, the race car driver. The kid is absolutely the most phenomenal race car driver at 16 years old I've ever seen, and I was blessed, obviously, to get to race with Brian at that age. I got to race with Kyle Larson at Chili Bowl at that age, and I'm telling you, at 16 years old, at really any age right now, I don't know if there's a more savvy race car driver in the country for what we're doing.
What do you think it's going to take to get him to the next level?
Well, I mean, I hope this would have to kickstart something for the kid. You know, in the last month, I think he's won 4 or 5 big races. Obviously, the biggest one of them all here tonight. He's at that age. He's, you know, again, you just watch what he does with Kyle, in Kyle's element. You know, Kyle's, you know, he's a generational race car driver, and to battle with Kyle, you know, we got to do it a couple weeks ago in Pennsylvania, and it was kind of the same deal, man. Just haymakers thrown at each other, and you know, Zeb was able to sneak by him, which I think actually was kind of a catalyst for all of this, because it got his confidence to where he knows he can do this now. Getting him to the next level. You know, we all know what this sport's about, and it's about, you know, how it is. It's about money, and it's sad that we have an event as spectacular as this, and these guys are running for the money that they are. If this thing could pay half of what that stuff does up there, I don't think you'd ever see a race car driver leave this venue of racing.
Were you kind of like a nervous father every time they came through turn 4? You were just wondering how hard could they bang off the wall and keep going?
Well, and I was, and you know, and the thing about Zeb is he's you know, he's a very patient race car driver. He's aggressive when he needs to be, but he just shows such patience, and he was actually faster when he would slip underneath it, and you know, he didn't have to lean on it. But I know when you're being pressured by Kyle and Christopher, you're trying to get everything you can, and so I, you know, kept saying as loud as I was hoping he could hear me down the front straightaway, is, you know, you don't need the cushion, you don't need the curb, but he just, it was masterful. You know, when Kyle got into him, you know, it bent the steering where I don't think he could even turn left getting into the corners, and how he figured out that piece of it is beyond me.
What's the future look like for Clauson-MarshalL for the rest of this year?
Well, you know, we're chasing the USAC National Championship, and you know, we've got Tyler Courtney in leading the points. We've got Chris Wyndham running second. We've got Zeb running fourth. Although, you know, I think they were hoping it was a full points race tonight, but it wasn't. Although it wouldn't have changed up front much, because those, you know, Chris and Tyler ran right up front there too. So, you know, we're gonna, you know, finish off the USAC national season. We're running the national sprint car, and you know, we just continue on with this USAC trail that we love so much.
Appreciate your time and congratulations.
Thank you so much.